Across the Middle East, Iran is once again shaken by unrest. Protesters fill the streets. The economy is faltering, and the Islamic Republic appears weaker than it has in decades. Yet this time, something feels different. The Arab world is not cheering, it is watching, quietly, nervously, and with deep unease. Just 2 years ago, when Iran erupted in nationwide protests, Arab media outlets were relentless. Gulf-funded networks ran wall-to-wall coverage. Diplomats spoke optimistically behind closed doors. Many believed the collapse of Tehran's regime could finally break Iran's grip over Arab capitals from Beirut to Baghdad. Today, the silence is chilling. Iran's regional dominance is not just fading, it is unraveling. The vast proxy network Tehran once unleashed across the Middle East has been smashed by war. Hamas and Hezbollah, once symbols of Iran's reach and menace, have been mauled by relentless Israeli firepower. Syria's pro-Iranian regime has collapsed, ripping out a critical pillar of Tehran's influence. And for the first time in decades, Iran itself was hit hard. Nearly 2 weeks of Israeli and American bombardment last year pierced the heart of the regime. What remains is a shaken power, wounded, exposed, and dangerously unpredictable. Even Hossein Salami, the powerful Revolutionary Guard commander who once threatened Saudi Arabia, is gone, killed in an Israeli airstrike. To many Arab officials, Iran no longer looks like a regional colossus, but it also doesn't look harmless. Behind the scenes, fear is driving policy. Gulf states worry not about Iran surviving, but about what happens if it collapses. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Oman are reportedly lobbying the Trump administration against attacking Tehran. Publicly, they say little. Privately, they warn that regime change could open Pandora's box. 1/5 of the world's oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz. A war with Iran could shut it down, sending energy markets into chaos and slamming the global economy. There is also fear at home. Saudi leaders worry instability could inspire domestic unrest and revive scrutiny of their own record on dissent. Riyadh has reportedly ordered its media to mute coverage of Iran's protests. It has also made clear it will not allow US forces to use Saudi airspace for strikes on Iran. Former US Ambassador Michael Ratney summed it up bluntly. Gulf states despise Iran's regime, but they despise instability even more. If Tehran falls, power could shift to the Revolutionary Guard or splinter into chaos, regional conflict, and warlord rule. The dangers do not stop at Iran's borders. A fractured state could lose its grip on missiles, drones, even enriched uranium. Refugees would surge across the region. Weapons would spill into the shadows, flooding the Middle East just as they did after the collapse of Iraq and Syria. What begins as unrest could metastasize into uncontrollable regional chaos. And the pressure is intensifying. US President Donald Trump is openly weighing his next move, from military strikes and cyber warfare to crushing sanctions and overt support for protest movements. He is urging Iranians to keep rising, vowing that help is on the way. The message is unmistakable. Escalation is no longer hypothetical. For Arab rulers, this is the nightmare made real. Unrest at home, war abroad, and an unstable, unpredictable Iran looming just across the water. Some may still hope for a reformed Iran, less aggressive, less nuclear, less dangerous. But after years of relentless conflict, many fear the truth. Chaos in Tehran would not bring relief. It would unleash a far greater storm.
So we had great numbers introduced today. We had a wonderful speech in front of great people in Detroit, mostly in the car business, and we're setting records in manufacturing. It's going very well. I think people appreciated what I had to say in terms of the numbers. So we're very happy about that. I'm going back to the White House now. We're going to look at the whole situation that's going on in Iran. It's really bad stuff. Minnesota is going to have to take care of itself for a little while. We have tremendous theft and fraud going on in that state because you have an incompetent governor, grossly incompetent governor, and a corrupt governor. But we'll straighten that out. But Iran is on my mind when I see the kind of death that is happening over there, we think. So we're going to get some accurate numbers. I'll have it in about 20 minutes. We'll get some accurate numbers as to what's happening with regard to the killing. The killing looks like it's significant, but we don't know yet for certain. I'll know within 20 minutes. So, and we'll act accordingly.
U.S. airstrikes, if it comes to that, will have the result of protecting the protesters?
Well, you never know, do you? You never know.
Do you think it's...
So far, my track record's been excellent, but you never know.
Do you think it's going to be something kinetic like that, or more like cyber? Or
well, I can't tell you that. I know exactly what it would be. We have to make a decision. But I can't be. Obviously, I can't be telling you.
Timeline? Yeah.
Iran says that it will retaliate in the instance of U.S. strikes against U.S. assets in the Middle East. What do you say to U.S. service members about why it is worth the risk to intervene in Iran?
Yeah, Iran said that the last time I blew them up with the nuclear capability, which they don't have any longer. So Iran said that the last time. They better behave.
Mr. President, on Iran, do you have a message for the leaders currently of Iran?
Yeah, the message is they've got to show humanity. They've got a big problem, and I hope they're not going to be killing people. And I'm going to have a report very soon. It would seem to me that they have been badly misbehaving, but that is not confirmed.
So are you committing not to sending U.S. troops into Iran?
Why would I tell you that? Why would I don't talk about military strategy with a reporter, you know, even though I do like the Financial Times.
Are you consulting with our allies regarding Iran? What are they telling you, and why do you think the Iranian...
Well, I'm not going to tell you what they're telling me. I don't tell you what they...
Why do you think the Iranian leadership continues to defy you, Mr. President?
You think they are?
Well,
it's only been a couple of days.
They continue to kill protesters.
Well, they said that about Venezuela, too, you know. It's only been a couple of days. They haven't defied me. They haven't done anything as far as we're concerned. But it looks like they're killing a lot of people, but it has not been confirmed. I'll know very soon.
Freelancer, the premier of Freelancer today, we prefer to stay with Denmark. You see that as the...
Who said that?
The premier of Freelancer.
Well, that's their problem. That's their problem. I disagree with him. I don't know who he is, don't know anything about him, but that's going to be a big problem for him.
Do you want to see democracy in Iran?
Ideally, you'd like to see it, but what we want to see is we don't want to see people killed, and we want to see a little bit of freedom for these people. These people have been living in hell for a long time. You know, that used to be a hell of a country. I have friends that used to invest in Iran, and they did well with their investments. It was a great place. The people were great. Even the leadership was good. And now it's living in hell. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, sir.